All right, we are back again after our 2-touchdown win against UCLA at home. We now have a bye week, and then after that, we play at USC. We are hoping to qualify for the college football playoffs. We're right in the mix. We're ranked 12th in the college football playoff poll. We might go up after this win. Let's advance the week and find out, see if we got any commits. All right, we got Darren Blade from Parker, Colorado, a 4-star right tackle, beefing up the offensive line a little bit. We got a quarterback. We got our next quarterback, Chance Mastrud from Omaha, a 4-star quarterback. That's it. We did make the cut for Miguel Puhade. We did not make the cut for Ofisa Boodle. He committed to Michigan from Omaha. He committed to Michigan. But he is a bust, it looks like, so hopefully we'll be okay there without him committing. Everybody else, it looks like we're still in the running for, including some 3-stars. We look down on those 3-stars. Riley Van Poppel got the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. 2 sacks, 5 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Big day for Riley Van Poppel. Jamal Banks, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week, well-deserved. 8 catches, 201 yards, 3 touchdowns for Jamal Banks. He had to have gotten NCAA Player of the Week, too. Yep, he did. National Offensive Player of the Week, Jamal Banks, 8 catches, 201 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Huge game for Jamal Banks. Let's look at the tops. Well, let's look at our bye week story here. It doesn't say anything. Top stories. Bowl game predictions. See where bowl-eligible teams are projected to play this season. Right now they got Liberty playing Ohio State. These are the college football playoff first round. We're still not in there, it looks like. Liberty at Ohio State, Georgia at NC State, Utah at Notre Dame, and Texas at Oklahoma. Bad blood. Fans in Columbus are celebrating after number 1 Ohio State defeats rival number 7 Penn State. The Penn State receiver Liam Clifford had a big day, though, with 9 catches, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not quite as good as Jamal Banks, of course. Ranked rivals Missouri and Oklahoma meet in a highly anticipated top 25 matchup. Oklahoma's 4, Missouri's 12. No love lost. Number 25 Florida falls to rival number 10 Georgia in Jacksonville. Let's go to recruiting. So Graham Jones, we can remove Boodle. We've got a whopping 4 commits now. Let's go down here. We're behind Miami for recruiting this guy. Keep sending the house on all these guys. We can schedule a visit for Brent McClung. He's a 3-star running back, but we'll might as well go for it. We can't have him visit for Wisconsin, so we're just kind of out of luck, I guess. So we can't schedule a visit, I guess. That's unfortunate. Oops. Kennedy, same thing. We can't schedule a visit. Can't schedule any visits, so we'll just keep doing this. Let's remove DM player. Add action, send the house. Same thing here. Remove social media. Send the house. Got 150 hours left. Let's see if there's any other prospects that would be interested in us that are any good. It's a 2-star, a couple 3-stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, yeah. Here's a 4-star, but he doesn't really seem to have much interest in us. Let's go after Macklin, 4-star cornerback. Not really looking at needs, which is probably a mistake. Let's look at the 5-star. Are there any uncommitted 5-stars that we can just pretend to go after? None that it looks like we can recruit. Let's take a quick look at the top 5 overall recruits. It's like the number 1 overall recruit is a cornerback, Jay Jimmy Surratt, who's leaning towards South Carolina. Number 2 recruit is Ramon Kopp, linebacker going to Notre Dame. Number 3 recruit is Isaac Ward. He is an athlete that is leaning towards Georgia. Number 4 overall recruit is Clyde Payne, a receiver going to Missouri. Number 5 recruit is Leo Sanders, a linebacker from Virginia, leaning towards Ohio State. About 4-star prospects. I think we're just going to have to go. Let's recruit him just for fun. And him just for fun. Go back to our recruiting board. Offer him a scholarship. Send the house. Offer him a scholarship. Send the house. And offer him a scholarship. Contact friends and family. We got 10 hours left. We might as well offer another scholarship. We'll go after a 3-star. Let's go after Wycheck. Back to recruiting board. Offer him a scholarship. And we can't even scout at this point. We can search social media. There we go. We've used all our recruiting hours. All right, let's take a look at, we already looked at these. All right, let's take a look at the scores from last week. In week 10 in the ACC, SMU beat Pittsburgh. Virginia Tech beat Syracuse. Clemson beat Louisville. Florida State beat North Carolina. Miami beat up on Duke. NC State won by a field goal over Stanford. In the American, Tulane beat Charlotte. South Florida beat Florida Atlantic. UAB beat Tulsa. Army beat Air Force. Memphis beat up on Texas San Antonio. And Rice beat Navy by a touchdown. In the Big 12, Baylor beat TCU by 2 touchdowns. Texas Tech barely beat Iowa State in an upset. Arizona State got their first win of the year. We've been following them all year, losing every game. They finally get a win over Oklahoma State by a touchdown. Central Florida beat Arizona. Kansas State beats Houston. In the Big 10, Purdue beats Northwestern by 2 touchdowns. Purdue's having a solid year here in video game land, ranked 14th now. Illinois beats Minnesota by a touchdown. Michigan beats Oregon. Oregon now 5-4, only 2-4 in the Big 10. Wisconsin beats Iowa by a field goal. Indiana beats Michigan State. We beat UCLA. Ohio State beat Penn State by 16, so we did better against Ohio State than Penn State did. Looks like we are ranked 10th now. And USC beat Washington. USC being our next opponent. In the Conference USA, Sam Houston State beats Louisiana Tech. New Mexico State beats Florida International. Liberty beats Jacksonville State. Western Kentucky beats Kennesaw State. And Middle Tennessee beats UTEP. UTEP still winless. We're still rooting for them. Go Miners. Get that first win. Independence, UConn having a really solid year. They defeat Georgia State and are now 7-2. And Mississippi State beats UMass by 1 point. In the MAC, Buffalo beats Akron, and Toledo crushes Eastern Michigan. Mountain West, Army beats Air Force. Nevada beats Colorado State. Wyoming beats New Mexico. Fresno State beats Hawaii. Boise State beats San Diego State. And in Pac-12, no games. They both had an off week. SEC Arkansas beats Ole Miss. Ole Miss having a disappointing year, only 5-4 now. Oklahoma beats up on a FCS school. Vanderbilt beats Auburn. Mississippi State beat UMass. We saw that. Georgia barely beats Florida in the rivalry game there. Tennessee gets crushed by Kentucky. Tennessee 3-5. Real life Tennessee is much better, although they just got upset last week. And in the last game of the SEC, Texas A&M beat South Carolina. That was an upset, it looks like. Sunbelt, Louisiana beats Texas State. UConn beat Georgia State. South Alabama beat Georgia Southern. Coastal Carolina beat Troy by a field goal. Marshall beat Louisiana Monroe by a field goal. And Old Dominion beats Appalachian State by a field goal. So, let's look at the top 25 polls now. In the college football playoff poll, the one that matters, it's Ohio State number 1. Then Miami, Michigan, Oklahoma, NC State, Notre Dame, Utah, Georgia, Texas. We are at number 10. Then Cincinnati, Missouri, Penn State, Purdue, LSU, Clemson, Florida State, Liberty, Nevada, Wisconsin, Kansas, South Carolina, Iowa State, SMU, and UAB. In the media poll, it is Ohio State, Miami, NC State, Michigan, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Utah, Georgia, Texas. We are in at 10. Then Missouri, Cincinnati, Liberty, Purdue, Penn State, LSU, Clemson, Florida State, UAB, Nevada, Kansas, Wyoming, Iowa State, Texas Tech, SMU. Others receiving votes are Colorado, Wisconsin, South Carolina, and Virginia Tech. And in the coaches poll, it is Ohio State, Miami, Michigan, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, NC State, Utah, Georgia, Texas, Cincinnati, Missouri. We're in at 12 in the coaches poll. Then we've got Penn State, Liberty, Purdue, LSU, Florida State, Clemson, Kansas, Wisconsin, UAB, Iowa State, SMU, Wyoming, Nevada. Others receiving votes, Colorado, South Carolina, Boston College, Oregon State, Fresno State, BYU, Texas Tech, and Virginia Tech. That's it for the rankings. Conference standings, let's look at those. In the ACC, it's Miami and NC State, both at 5-0. In the American, UAB is leading at 5-0. Big 12, Cincinnati is leading at 5-0. The Big 10, Michigan is at 6-0, and Ohio State is at 5-0. Conference USA, Liberty is at 5-0. Western Kentucky is at 4-0. The MAC, Ball State is leading at 4-0. In the Mountain West, Nevada is leading at 4-0. Oregon State and Washington State have yet to play. Whoever wins that game will be the conference champion, I guess. The SEC, Missouri is leading at 4-0. Sunbelt divisions in the East, Old Dominion and Appalachian State are 4-1. And in the West, South Alabama is 4-1. Louisiana is 3-1. Players of the week. So Jamal Banks, this huge game, 8 catches, 201 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, wins NCAA Offensive Player of the Week. The National Defensive Player of the Week was Kennesaw State's Jamar Rux. In the ACC, it was NC State's Brandon Cleveland and Florida State's Malik Benson. In the American Conference, it was Army's Kyle Lewis and South Florida's Teron Keith. In the Big 12, it was Iowa State's Will McLaughlin and Baylor's Ashton Hawkins. The Big 10, Nebraska sweeps Riley Van Poppel and Jamal Banks. Conference USA, it was Kennesaw State's Jamar Rux and Middle Tennessee's Kellen Stewart. And the Independents, UConn sweeps with Jack Barton and Tucker McDonald. For the MAC, it was Eastern Michigan's Luke Murphy and Toledo's Jerwan Newton. In the Mountain West, it was Wyoming's Shea Suianoa and Hawaii's Hofili Ashlock. Sure, I'm pronouncing those names perfectly. Pac-12 had no games. SEC, it was Kentucky's J.J. Weaver and Arkansas's Taylon Green. And the Sun Belt, it was Coastal Carolina's Clinton Anakwuru and Louisiana's Robert Williams. Moving on to the Heisman Watch. Right now, Cam Ward is the favorite from Miami, then Will Howard from Ohio State, Tyler Schuff, I don't know how you say his name, from Louisville, and Grayson McCall from NC State, and then Isaiah Bond from Texas. The award watch lists, the favorites for Player of the Year is Cam Ward of Miami. Head Coach of the Year, here's the Head Coach Award. Rick Cavana from Miami. I can't believe we are not on here after getting Nebraska to 7-2. That's a bunch of crap. Best quarterback favorite is Cam Ward from Miami. Best defensive player favorite is Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. Best defensive back favorite is Lathan Ransom from Ohio State. We do have 3 players on there with Marquez Buford Jr., Tommy Hill, and Kobe Bretz. Best running back, our guy is 4th, but the favorite is Donovan Edwards from Michigan. Best receiver favorite is Isaiah Bond from Texas. Lombardi Award favorite is Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. The Unitas Golden Arm Award favorite is Cam Ward from Miami. Best defensive end favorite is Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. Cam Ward and Jack Sawyer are kind of cleaning up here, it looks like. Best interior lineman favorite is Tate Ratledge from Georgia. Best tight end favorite is G. Scott Jr. from Ohio State. Royals Award favorite is Danny Boyd from Miami. And best linebacker favorite is Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon. That definitely makes sense. He's got like twice as many sacks as anyone else in the country. Best center favorite is Gus Hartwig from Purdue. The Groza Award favorite is Jonah Dalmas from Boise State. Best punter favorite is Andrew Stokes from South Florida. Best returner favorite is Stephen Bracey Jr. from Central Michigan. And there we go. We're back to the beginning. Let's look at the bowl projections now. In the LA Bowl, we've got Iowa and Fresno State, Frisco Bowl, Old Dominion and UAB, Fenway Bowl, Clemson and Memphis, Myrtle Beach Bowl, South Alabama and Ball State. In the Bahamas Bowl, Appalachian State and Western Kentucky. First round of the college football playoff, Liberty and Ohio State. Cure Bowl, Toledo and Louisiana. I think they have to put in the G5 team if they are undefeated. I think that's the rule. And that is why we are not in the playoffs still. First round of the college football playoff, Utah and Notre Dame. New Mexico Bowl, Florida International and Nevada. They've got us slated for the Las Vegas Bowl, which is a December 21st game. I'm not sure why we dipped so much after winning last week. They've got us in a worse bowl, and it'd be a rematch from earlier in the season when we beat Colorado. First round of the college football playoff, they've got Texas and Oklahoma. That'd be pretty crazy, a Red River rivalry rematch in the college football playoff. 68 Ventures Bowl, they've got Northern Illinois and Georgia Southern. Another first round of the college football playoff matchup, Georgia and NC State. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Troy and Boise State. Boca Raton Bowl, Virginia Tech and Tulane. Detroit Bowl, Washington and Ohio. New Orleans Bowl, Sam Houston and Coastal Carolina. Hawaii Bowl, UNLV and James Madison. Gasparilla Bowl, Texas Tech and Louisville. Independence Bowl, USC and TCU. Armed Forces Bowl, Marshall and Wyoming. Texas Bowl, Florida and Iowa State. Military Bowl, Rice and Georgia Tech. First Responder Bowl, Temple and Texas State. Liberty Bowl, Army and Kansas. Birmingham Bowl, Arkansas State and Stanford. Holiday Bowl, Boston College and Maryland. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Kansas State and San Diego State. Camellia Bowl, I'm not sure how you say that. Camellia Bowl, it looks like. Central Michigan and Southern Miss. And the college football playoff in the Sugar Bowl, we got Missouri waiting an opponent. In the Peach Bowl, we got Miami waiting up an opponent. Fiesta Bowl, Cincinnati. Rose Bowl, Michigan. Pop-Tarts Bowl would be Arizona and Florida State. Alamo Bowl would be Penn State and BYU. Duke's Mayo Bowl would be Pittsburgh and Baylor. Sun Bowl would be West Virginia and Western Michigan. This is the game we were slated to be in, the Music City Bowl, but now Wisconsin's there. I would assume this is a better bowl than the one we're in now, so I'm not sure what happened there. They've got Texas A&M and Wisconsin. Arizona Bowl, they've got Miami of Ohio and Air Force. ReliaQuest Bowl, they've got Purdue and Arkansas. Citrus Bowl, they've got UCLA and South Carolina. And the Gator Bowl, they've got LSU and Wake Forest. Now we can take a look at the college football playoff bracket. We are still not in there, despite being ranked 10th in the college football playoff poll. It's because of Liberty. And I'm not entirely sure why, if we're ranked 10th, that Georgia and Texas are above us, but we still got some work to do, anyway. Don't have any points to use. We are going to look at stats, and before we look at the national leaders, let's just take a look at our team stats. Dylan Raiola, He's thrown 162 for 230, 17 touchdowns, 3 picks, 70% completion rate, a rating of 175.2, 252.6 per game. That's not bad. He's thrown for 2,273 yards. Dowdell's ran for over 1,000. Leading receivers, Banks is at 688 now. Fedoni is at 516. Nayor's at 408. Malcolm Hartzog's our leading tackler on the year. Tackles for losses, Bullock is 17. Sacks, Van Poppel's got 4. Interceptions, Tommy Hill's got 4. All right, let's look at the national leaders now. All right, so going to passing. For passing yardage, Braden Shager from Hawaii still leading, followed by Brendan Lewis of Nevada. For touchdowns, it's Braden Shager from Hawaii, followed by Brendan Lewis from Nevada. Yards per game is Ethan Garbers, after throwing for 400-some on us. He's now leading the country in yards per game. And Braden Shager is second. The rating, we're not going to count that because that guy's thrown 3 passes. For rushing, we are now leading the country. Now, our guy has a ton more carries than the next closest guy, but Dante Dowdell leading the country at 1,112 rushing yards. Donovan Edwards is second with 1,089, and Quentin Cooley from Liberty is third with over 1,000 as well. For touchdowns, Dowdell is tied with Donovan Edwards, 15 touchdowns. Receiving yards, it is Dwayne Thomas Jr. of Charlotte, followed by Stephen McBride of Hawaii. For receptions, it is Jay Sean Platt of Florida Atlantic, followed by Dwayne Thomas Jr. of Charlotte. For touchdowns, there's 4 guys with 12 receiving touchdowns. The leading tackler across the country is DJ Gordon IV from South Florida. The leader in tackles for loss is John Pius from Wisconsin. Leader in sacks is still going to be Jeffrey Bassa. Not quite doubled up on the next closest guy, but almost. Interceptions is Ricky Fletcher, sitting alone at 5 now for South Alabama. Most field goals is Grady Gross still. The longest field goal, still a tie between Noah Burnett of North Carolina and Alex McPherson of Auburn. Punting, the best average on 34 punts is Ryan Hansen from JMU. And the longest punt, still 65 yards. There's about 6 guys tied for that. Kick return, we've got 5 guys with a touchdown. The longest is still Gavin Blackwell from North Carolina. Punt return, I can't count that. There are 6 guys with a touchdown for punt return. Longest is an 86-yarder from Jabari Bates from San Jose State. All right, we are now ready to simulate this week. Since we have a bye week, let's advance. And what do we got? So Miguel Puhade committed to Miami. We lost out on him. We leveled up. So hopefully we can... No, we still have 0 points for some reason. All right, familiar faces. A pair of Big Ten foes will clash this week at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles as number 9 Nebraska plays unranked USC. Top stories. Heisman watch heats up. Which player has separated himself as the Heisman favorite late in the season? Looks like Cam Ward is still the favorite, followed by Will Howard, Grayson McCall, Isaiah Bond, and Cam Rising. Fearless, the Rebels pull off the upset over conference opponent Georgia, 31-14. Big win for Ole Miss. No love lost. Number 4, Oklahoma falls to rival number 12, Missouri in Columbia, 31-20. Resume booster, number 1, Ohio State are worthy of their top 4 spot after beating number 14, Purdue. Who would have thought Purdue would get that high? But Ohio State wins the game. Let's do our recruiting. So this guy we can remove. Can't really have any visits, so it's kind of pointless. We can just send the house for people. Yeah, so can't really do anything for anybody, so we'll just need to add another guy from the prospect list. Let's take a look at where we're at for all these guys. So for Greg Henry, we are leading Michigan. For Javon Longo, we are leading Michigan once again. For Marcus Anthrop, we are leading Iowa. For Damian Stokes, we're leading Auburn. For Adonis Bean, which is a badass name, Adonis Bean, the running back, we're leading Florida. For Brent McClung, we're leading Ohio State. For Monty Kennedy, we are leading Florida. For Ramen, we are leading Ramen Noodles. We're leading Boise State. For Lamour, we are behind Michigan. For Ebby, we're behind Arkansas. For Macklin, we are behind 3 schools. Orion, we're behind 4 schools. And for Bialosoknia, it's the weirdest last name, we're not even in this top 8. Let's see here. Recruiting. Let's remove social media. Add action. Send the house. Remove friends and family. Add send the house. Okay, we've used all our recruiting points. We'll keep that as it is. I'll have to look at the scores and schedule, or the scores from last week. In the ACC, Wake Forest beat Cal, Syracuse beat up on Boston College, Miami stayed unbeaten, beating Georgia Tech barely in Atlanta, Virginia beat Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech beat Clemson, NC State stayed undefeated, beating Duke, Florida State gave Notre Dame their first loss. That's surprising. In the American, East Carolina beats Florida Atlantic, Memphis beat Rice by a single point, UAB beat UConn, Temple beat Tulane, Army beat North Texas, and South Florida beat Navy. Big 12, Kansas beats Iowa State, West Virginia beats Cincinnati in an upset, Oklahoma State beats TCU, Texas Tech beats Colorado. Colorado is now kind of fallen back down. They're at 5-4 now. Utah crushes BYU, and Central Florida beats Arizona State. In the Big Ten, Ohio State won by 20 against Purdue. Michigan beat Indiana pretty easily. Oregon beat Maryland by 2 touchdowns. Rutgers crushes Minnesota. Iowa beats UCLA. And Penn State gets a touchdown win over Washington. Conference USA, Liberty beat Middle Tennessee. UTEP finally gets their first win. There we go, Miners. Been waiting on that. The UTEP Miners finally win, defeating Kennesaw State 30-28. Good for you, UTEP. Jacksonville State beats Louisiana Tech. Western Kentucky crushes New Mexico State. For the Independents, UAB beat UConn, and Florida State beat Notre Dame. In the MAC, some action. Ball State beat Miami of Ohio. Bowling Green beat Central Michigan. Kent State beat Ohio. Northern Illinois beat Western Michigan. Mountain West, Fresno State beat Air Force. Washington State beats Utah State. Boise State wins a shootout against Nevada. Oregon State beats San Jose State. New Mexico beats San Diego State. UNLV beats Hawaii. Pac-12, Washington State beat Utah State, and Oregon State beats San Jose State. We saw that. SEC, Tennessee gets its 4th win, beating Mississippi State. South Carolina beats Vanderbilt by 8. Ole Miss beats Georgia in an upset. Missouri beats Oklahoma. LSU beats Alabama. Alabama now at 4-5. Rough year for the Crimson Tide. Texas beats Florida. Sunbelt Appalachian State beats Coastal Carolina. Louisiana beats Arkansas State. Texas State beats Louisiana Monroe. James Madison doubles up on Georgia State, and Marshall narrowly defeats Southern Miss. Looking at the top 25 now. In the college football playoff, it's Ohio State, Miami, Michigan, NC State, Utah, Missouri, Texas, Penn State, Nebraska. We are now at 9. And Notre Dame, Florida State, Oklahoma, LSU, Kansas, Georgia, Wisconsin, Liberty, Cincinnati, South Carolina, SMU, Virginia Tech, UAB, Texas Tech, Purdue, and Wyoming. In the media poll, it goes Ohio State, Miami, NC State, Michigan, Utah, Missouri, Texas, Nebraska at number 8. And Penn State, Notre Dame, Liberty, Florida State, Oklahoma, LSU, UAB, Kansas, Wyoming, Georgia, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, SMU, Wisconsin, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Fresno State. Others receiving votes is Oregon State, Purdue, Western Kentucky, Ole Miss, Wake Forest, and Toledo. And in the coaches poll, it goes Ohio State, Miami, Michigan, NC State, Utah, Missouri, Texas, Penn State. We are at number 9. And Notre Dame, Florida State, Oklahoma, Liberty, LSU, Kansas, Wisconsin, UAB, Cincinnati, Georgia, SMU, Wyoming, South Carolina, Oregon State, Fresno State, and Texas Tech. Others receiving votes is Virginia Tech, Purdue, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Kansas State, and Memphis. Conference standings. In the ACC, both Miami and NC State are at 6-0. They look like they are on a collision course for the ACC championship game. The American Conference, UAB is leading the way at 5-0. The Big 12, Utah is at 6-1, and Cincinnati is at 5-1. The Big 10, Michigan's at 7-0. Ohio State's at 6-0. Conference USA, Liberty is at 6-0. Western Kentucky at 5-0. For the MAC, Ball State is leading the way at 5-0. Mountain West, Fresno State's at 5-1, and Boise State and Nevada are both at 4-1. UNLV at 3-1. Pac-12 has not played their game yet. Missouri leading the SEC at 5-0, a game and a half up on second place Oklahoma. The Sun Belt in the East, we've got Appalachian State at 5-1 and Old Dominion at 4-1. In the West, we've got Louisiana and South Alabama both at 4-1. Players of the Week. For National Players of the Week, it was Washington State's David Gusta and Nevada's Cortez Braham Jr. In the ACC, it was Virginia's Cam Robinson and Cal's Mikey Matthews. In the American, it was East Carolina's Omar Rogers and Rice's E.J. Warner. For the Big 12, it was Arizona State's Zach Swanson and Central Florida's K.J. Jefferson. The Big 10, it was Maryland's Quayshawn Fuller and Rutgers' Chris Long. Conference USA, it was UTEP's Maurice Westmoreland and Western Kentucky's Caden Veltkamp. For the Independents, it was UConn's Jack Barton and Notre Dame's Bo Collins. In the MAC, it was Kent State's Stephen Daly and Western Michigan's Kenneth Womack. Mountain West, it was Fresno State's Kavika Baumgartner and Nevada's Cortez Braham Jr. In the Pac-12, Washington State swept with David Gusta and Chris Hudson. In the SEC, it was Ole Miss's Suntarine Perkins and LSU's Xavion Thomas. In the Sun Belt, it was Louisiana's Jordan Lawson and Appalachian State's Joey Aguilar. That is it for Players of the Week. Heisman Watch, I don't think it's changed too much in the last few weeks. Cam Ward, Will Howard, Grayson McCall, Isaiah Bond, and Cam Rising. Award watch list, the favorites for each award. Player of the Year, Cam Ward from Miami. Head Coach of the Year, Rick Cavana from Miami. We are still getting no love in this award. Best quarterback, Cam Ward of Miami. Best defensive player, Jack Sawyer of Ohio State. Best defensive back, Davison Igbinosun from Ohio State. Look at that. Ohio State's got 5 of the top 6. That's ridiculous. Best running back, Donovan Edwards. For some reason, Dante Dowdell is at 6. I guess just because he's getting a ton more carries than everybody. Best receiver, Isaiah Bond from Texas. Barty Award, Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. Let's go back there. Ohio State's got 3 of the top 4 here. Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, Cam Ward from Miami. Best defensive end, Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. Best interior lineman, Tate Ratledge from Georgia. Best tight end, G. Scott Jr. from Ohio State. He's pretty much got a stranglehold on this award, it seems like. Royals Award, Danny Boyd, offensive coordinator from Miami. Best linebacker, Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon. Best center, Gus Hartwig from Purdue. Lou Groza Award, Maddox Trujillo from Temple. Best punter, Andrew Stokes from South Florida. Best returner, a freshman, George Pettaway from James Madison. We're back to Player of the Year. Bowl projections. Let's see where they have us this week. Against Penn State in the playoff. So we are now in the college football playoff. We just need to not fuck it up and lose to the last 3 opponents we've got. So in the LA Bowl, they've got Wisconsin and Boise State. In the Frisco Bowl, Appalachian State and UAB. In the Fenway Bowl, Virginia Tech and Memphis. In the Myrtle Beach Bowl, they've got Louisiana and Ball State. Bahamas Bowl, they've got Old Dominion and Western Kentucky. First round of the college football playoff, Liberty and Ohio State. Cure Bowl, Northern Illinois versus South Alabama. There's our game, first round of the college football playoff, Nebraska and Penn State in a Big Ten conference game. New Mexico Bowl would be Florida International and Fresno State. Las Vegas Bowl, Kansas and Purdue. First round of college football playoff, Florida State and NC State in an ACC matchup. 68 Ventures Bowl, Toledo and Georgia Southern. First round of the college football playoff, Notre Dame and Texas. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Troy and Nevada. Boca Raton Bowl, Wake Forest and Temple. Detroit Bowl, Oregon and Ohio. New Orleans Bowl, Sam Houston and James Madison. Hawaii Bowl, UNLV and Marshall. Gasparilla Bowl, Cincinnati and Clemson. Independence Bowl, USC and West Virginia. Armed Forces Bowl, Texas State and Wyoming. Texas Bowl, Oklahoma and Kansas State. Military Bowl, Tulane and Louisville. First Responder Bowl, Rice and Coastal Carolina. Liberty Bowl, East Carolina and Texas Tech. Birmingham Bowl, Arkansas State and Stanford. Holiday Bowl, Georgia Tech and Washington. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Colorado State. That'd be an interesting game. Camellia Bowl. I don't know if it's Camellia or Camellia. It looks like Camellia. Bowling Green and Southern Miss. And then for the 4 bye weeks in the college football playoff, it'd be Missouri in the Sugar Bowl, Miami in the Peach Bowl, Utah in the Fiesta Bowl, and Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Pop-Tarts Bowl would be Iowa State and Boston College. Alamo Bowl would be Illinois and BYU. Duke's Mayo Bowl would be SMU and Central Florida. Sun Bowl would be Arizona and Western Michigan. Music City Bowl would be Georgia and Iowa. Arizona Bowl would be Central Michigan and New Mexico. ReliaQuest Bowl would be Michigan State and South Carolina. Citrus Bowl would be Northwestern and LSU. And Gator Bowl would be Texas A&M and Pittsburgh. College football playoff bracket. We are in there for the first time playing Penn State, and if we win, we would play the number 1 overall seed, the Miami Hurricanes. See everybody else in the playoff bracket for now. Now we're going to quickly look at the national leaders for stats. It's probably the same people leading in every category that's been leading in the past few weeks. Passing yards, it's Brendan Lewis. He's overtaken Braden Shager. For touchdowns, it is Brendan Lewis over Braden Shager. For yards per game, it's Ethan Garbers over Brendan Lewis. And rating, we will ignore. Rushing yards, after our second bye week, we are now in 3rd place behind Quentin Cooley from Liberty and Donovan Edwards from Michigan. For rushing touchdowns, we're now trailing Donovan Edwards by 1. Yards per game, it's Quentin Cooley. Our guy is 2nd. For receiving yardage, it's Sebastian Brown from Kent State, followed by Dwayne Thomas Jr. from Charlotte. For receptions, it is Jay-Sean Platt from Florida Atlantic, followed by Hofili Ashlock from Hawaii. Yards per game, it's Sebastian Brown from Kent State, followed by Dwayne Thomas Jr. Touchdowns, Sebastian Brown is leading the way. For defense, the most tackles is DJ Gordon IV from South Florida. Most tackles for loss is John Pius from Wisconsin. Most sacks is definitely still Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon. Most interceptions, we got a 4-way tie for first. Most field goals is Grady Gross from Washington. The longest field goal, 2 guys tied, Noah Burnett and Alex McPherson. Punting, the best average on 39 punts is Ryan Hansen from JMU. The longest punt is a 65-yarder by like 6 different guys. For kick return, the best average is Daniel Nagata. That's only on 8 returns, though. Got a few guys with a touchdown, and the longest return is Gavin Blackwell from North Carolina. Punt return, got like 7 guys with a touchdown. And the longest is, no, now we've got a new leader for longest kick return. It is Chris Hudson from Washington State at an 88-yarder. All right, that is the national leaders for statistics. So now we are finally ready for, it's going to be a tough road game. They're 4-5, but they are projected to make a bowl game. And this is at the Coliseum. So it's going to be a lot tougher than we think, probably. So let's see if we can get another road win and stay in the college football playoffs as we head to LA to take on the USC Trojans. I won't commentate too much. This is a coach mode dynasty, so I pick the plays and let the computer execute them. Let's see how it goes as number 9 Nebraska goes on the road to face unranked USC.
The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games.
Ooh, we got a night game.
Moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Nebraska's offense takes the field. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The give to the right. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's
I messed that punt up.
Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by the
good.
defense.
All right.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33.
It was pretty crappy.
Set up in pretty good field position. So USC's offense will have its first possession of the game. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Trying to burn this defensive back.
Oh, we got a pick. That's huge. I mean, it's like a punt, but they could have hit a field goal from that distance probably. So we'll take it. Malcolm Hartzog with the pick.
Everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run. He breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Catch in the middle. It's Nair. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And I love to understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short.
Oh, crap. That backfired on me.
I like it. This defense plays
Dumb coaching move right there.
And they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down.
Oh, wow. A whole wave of... Oh, my God. And he stays up. Here we go.
They finally get him.
Whole wave of defensive linemen just ran right by him.
Change for the first down. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, We haven't been able to run the ball the past few weeks as much as I like. I think Dowdell had a pretty good amount of yards last week, but it took forever to get him going. And you can see we're struggling to run it here today as well. Let's see if we can overcome it.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. Now they'll run the draw. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to pass, it's Moss. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It get you to run up field, rush the passer, slip it behind.
Nice, get lucky. All right, still scoreless. Let's see if we can move the ball now.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, Dave. He lobs one high down the left side. And
know why we didn't force the running back? It was wide open.
This offense has a second down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for.
Man, their defense is just swarming all over us.
Made there on the short run.
And a lot of times you want those big plays, you want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but.
And they got him.
Oh boy, this might be a long day.
Great job by the defense.
It's not looking good so far.
Coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Branch. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say, maybe I go for it.
And they are just, the blitz pickup is incredible sometimes. Perfect.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Branch. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And it's
oh, huge interception. Where are you going? Run to the left. What are you doing? God, he could have had a touchdown if he took it to the left. Tommy, what are you doing, man?
Obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Banks.
Jamal Banks, another big catch. He's really stepping up the second half of the year.
Down to the 24-yard line. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Pressure coming. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. On fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good.
All right, we're on the board. Need our defense to keep. I mean, we've got a couple turnovers. That's helped a lot. I don't know if we're going to keep getting that amount of turnovers, so we need our defense to really start stepping up here.
Look at this. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the swamp. 7 over LSU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Oh, he tripped over our guy that was on the ground. We'll take it.
They finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt.
We got a drop.
Caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Oh, no, that's a holding, isn't it?
He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw. It's Raiola. And the pressure.
Oh, God. This is not pretty.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels that
It's like 4th and 35 here. 4th and 33, dear God.
Something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man.
Oh boy, our defense really
and they do a really good
needs to hold on here.
He sees it loose to get those blocks, and he picks up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. Finds the tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Defense will always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab.
Oh man, how did he hold on to that? Damn you, USC.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way deciding who wins a third down.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Moss. He's got it and still on his feet. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking to pass. And that one is...
Oh, yet another turnover. We are just surviving off these interceptions. That's 3 in the first half. Thank God for them. It's the only way we're winning.
That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this.
We are going to take it to halftime, clinging to this 3-0 lead. They're moving the ball on us, but we've gotten lucky with 3 interceptions. We can't run the ball. 11 carries for 16 yards for our second, the nation's second leading rusher, Dante Dowdell. We're not throwing the ball that well either. It'll be a tough game. See if we can man up, sneak out of LA with a win here in the second half. -1 rushing yards due to all the sacks.
Third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play. How can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches
Just said 2 turnovers? I thought we had 3 interceptions.
Is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors...
God, these screens are killing us.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big.
Oh, God.
Really nice.
This is not looking good.
Solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper.
God, now the quarterback's going to run for 20 fucking yards. Defense, we need to get it together, man.
Before the defense was finally able to get him down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Throws to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Let him do a field goal.
He's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Oh, it's blocked.
Oh my God, he's going to return it for a first down. Is it our ball or their ball? Did they get the first down? This is the first time I've seen a blocked field goal, like, at all in this game. And then one of their big-ass linemen picks it up, and he might have got a first down. Oh, God, it's our ball. Phew.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle.
We finally got a decent run. Holy shit.
This offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
The handoff to Johnson. Runs through the tackle.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Going deep. And he reels it in.
There we go. That helps.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Right back to the well. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting to run on that. They were physical, and they were able to force them into the throw.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down.
Man, he just holds on to that ball forever.
Now
All right, let's try another field goal.
That is your job. The O-line has to protect the court position on the field. You got to make sure you keep them upright. You got to do a better job.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off.
Definitely need a touchdown at some point. These field goals aren't going to get it done. They're going to score a touchdown at some point. But for now, we lead 6-0 in this shootout, this high-powered offensive shootout.
Leads a comeback today. He could join former Heisman winner among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 9 to Boston College. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating.
What the fuck? Oh, my God. Gifford, how are you going to get beat that badly?
Inside the 20.
Jesus, what the hell? All our defense just like lets him go by himself, and then Gifford runs up and just whiffs completely.
Big tight ends, and especially guys
Wow.
that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's
That
just
RPO just kicked our ass, and Gifford got beat so badly.
I'm looking that guy's way a lot.
Well, there's a touchdown that we said they'd score. Now, can we respond?
Lining up for the PAT. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the middle, it's Nair. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Raiola. Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play. He wants to throw. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. After the incompletion, looking at second down. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone.
Oh, he almost got there. Good run by Dante. All right, we got to punch it in here.
On 1,200 for the season. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown!
There we go. Now we got to go for 2. Try to get that touchdown lead.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Wants to go up top.
Just out of bounds. That sucks.
Two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide out in motion. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to...
Oh, man, that diving catch. They're just so damn accurate.
Why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's marked. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Moss. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he
We got lucky there. All right, we got to kill some clock here.
It'll be 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
We just ran into the damn punter. What the hell? It's going to go back to USC. That sucks.
Offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely.
Why are they, they're like acting like it's on them. That sucks.
So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Running back goes in motion. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you could do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Jeez. Oh, my God. And he spins out of that.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got
I have a feeling they're supposed to get a touchdown here.
with the 1st down.
And this offense has got it all right. It's just been tough. This defense is on heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try
There
to
we go. Got to string 3 good plays together, though. Not just do it for 1 or 2.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
Can't get him to the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it.
Come on, 3. You got to be closer than that on him, man.
But not before he moves the chains. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry up. From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
From the shotgun, the inside.
Wow, we blitzed like all our linebackers, and he just runs right by him.
Make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass.
Okay, what are they going to do? Oh, they're going for it? That makes sense. Oh, God, what are we going to do here?
I think a lot of that has to do with they know
not confident in this call. Need a stop. Need a stop here.
Here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down.
God, and they run right by us.
Tackled after picking up the first down. The head coach told us
They're running the ball over us. Disappointed in our rush defense here today.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be.
There we go. That's helpful. That was huge. All right. Let's D up. Can't give up a touchdown. Field goal's fine. Can't give up a touchdown.
Football can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power.
Man, their running game is killing us.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. If they can get it into the end zone here, they
blitzing on the outsides. They'll probably throw it. Yep, we're screwed, aren't we? Oh, nice play by Nash. Hudmacher blocking it. All right. One more play. What's the ball on? It's on the 4. God. Huge play. This could be the game right here.
Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Oh, Malcolm Hartzog going to take it to the house. Huge play by the black shirt defense. Oh, maybe not to the house. Oh, okay. Whew, we will take that. Huge play by the senior Malcolm Hartzog, leading the team in tackles all year. Comes up with a potentially game-saving interception, throws the bones. Couldn't quite take it to the house, but at least we got to burn some clock now. Hopefully we can run the ball a little bit. Huge play by Hartzog on 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. Pick. Big return.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They keep it on the ground.
Man, number 9 just went right through our block. He is doing his best not to lose this game. All right, should we make him burn a timeout or should we throw it?
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Raiola.
He's just throw it away. Well, that sucks.
Third down, fourth down coming up. The Huskers line up to punt it away.
What the fuck? Why did that take so damn long to punt the ball? We just lost this game.
This Trojan offense
He just held on to it for way too long for some reason.
Boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches.
But this screen's going to go for like 80 yards, isn't it? God dang it.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
What the hell?
Tagged in the middle.
He like threw it as soon as the ball touched his hands, and it was a perfect pass.
Damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Back to the air one more time.
Ah, another pick. Oh my God. What's that? It's either 4 or 5. Thank God for the USC quarterback throwing it right to our players. It's the only reason we might escape here with a win. Oh, dear God. Tommy Hill, I think that's interception number 5 or 6 for the year. Defense saved our ass today. We still got to get a first down probably, though. They've got 2 timeouts left, thanks to me throwing the ball on 3rd down last drive. And then our punter just takes an hour to kick it.
Okay, so here comes the
Here we go. They're going to be sending everybody. Oh, we got our starting running back out. This happens sometimes on the first play of the drive. Our starter doesn't come out for some reason.
Coaching staff too, you like to see your team play its best.
Ooh, that almost worked.
Right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has
All
to
right.
handle their business.
Let's get Dowdell back in the game.
The defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And
Jesus.
how about that
All right, we got to run it. We got to make him. We got to kill some clock here.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here comes this whole
Hopefully we can
crowd
actually
as the
punt the
defense
ball
tries
this
to
time.
Get off the field on 3rd down. They go to the draw. They bring him down.
It's like no yards whatsoever happening.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slip it in real quick.
I don't know why it doesn't burn the clock down. We got to just sit here for 30 seconds now.
Getting the big TFL.
Actually, I think I'm going to call timeout and do a max protect punt. After what happened last punt. I'll timeout at 1 second.
The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left.
Max cover punt. That's what we want.
The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the cover.
Okay, we got 14 damn seconds.
47-yard line.
We're getting prevent.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to.
That was not the play I wanted to run.
Wants to throw on 1st down.
Ooh, I thought they had a guy. All right, hold on. I need to find the damn play type. Special prevent. That's what we want. Jesus. Why was that so hard to find?
Risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
No time to waste here. They've got to
9
get
seconds.
set and pick up chunk yardage. Coming after it. AD throw.
Okay, down to 3 seconds.
Yeah, and now you wanted to make that Hail Mary better or give you better opportunities with that last play. play, but now it's go time. You got to throw this thing up in the air. You got to throw it a long way, put some arc on it, get some speedsters down there, and try to get lucky on this last play.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly.
Stressful, man.
Away, and they've got to push
No way. No way they get a touchdown on this, right?
Down. He'll try to pick it up through the air.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, another pick.
Yet another interception.
Oh, dear God. That poor quarterback. He's throwing like 6 interceptions.
That'll finish the game.
All right, so we survive against USC on the road. 12-7. Ugly win, but a win nonetheless. We will take it. Whew. That was not easy.
Execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
If they're 8-2 on the year, 5-2 in the conference. If real life Nebraska could do that, I would be thrilled. Tommy Hill with 2 picks today.
Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thank God for all those interceptions. They didn't punt that much. I think it was all turnovers. 12-7, they got more first downs than us. They got more total offense. They ran for more yards. We ran for 56 yards. We were 10-16 throwing the ball. They just outperformed us in pretty much every aspect except for 6 interceptions. Oh, my God. Even penalties. They just did better on everything except for interceptions. Miller Moss, 21 of 38, 260 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 interceptions. Dylan Raiola, 10 of 16, 185 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, though. That's important. 22 carries for 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Their guy had 19 carries for 87 yards. Their top receiver was Lake McCree, the tight end, had that 75-yard touchdown. Finished for 6 catches, 125 yards. Our leading receiver was Nayor, 3 catches, 74 yards. It's the blocking stats. Defensive stats. Leading tackler was Humphrey for them. Is Buford for us. 2 picks for Tommy, 1 pick for Buford, 1 pick for Bullock. And we still had 2 other interceptions. They were 2 for 2 on field goals. They were 0 for 2, thank God. Otherwise, they would have won. Punting, they averaged 44. Only 1 punt for them. We punted 4 times. 33-yard average because we had a 1 really crappy punt. 14-yard average for Barney. They had 14.5 average. Punt return, they had 5.5 average. We had 9. We actually had a 9-yard punt return. That's probably our best all year. Up 3-0 at halftime. Up 6-0. Trailing 7-6. Win 12-7. Hey, it's ugly, but we will take it. Never apologize for winning. Huskers get a win in Los Angeles against the USC Trojans. Leveled up, but for some reason we're not getting any coins to spend on our coach. Phew, USC tests conference foe Nebraska, but the Cornhuskers prevail 12-7. They really not upgrade our coach at all? Don't know why we're not getting any points. Guess not. All right. So, gotten a win. We're up to 8-2, 5-2 in conference. Our next game is home against Wisconsin. And then we'll have one more game after that at Iowa. These will both be tough games. Wisconsin is ranked. Iowa could be. We'll see what happens. Wisconsin will be next time on our next stream as the Cornhuskers hope to make the playoffs. We'll see what happens next time.